everybody, welcome back to another episode of Last Day on Earth Survival, and boom! Today we got an early look at the brand new gas station coming. It's the Last Day on Earth in the future. So in case you guys weren't aware, there's a roadmap for the game. In said roadmap, we are currently coming up on block number 3, where we are going to be seeing a motel location, which I'll actually be going over in another video. But first, we got this gas station stuff, which I definitely wanted to go over because, yeah, dude, it's looking hype. But anyways, so we got that coming up over in that block, and then after that we're gonna have the Halloween event and the Dia de los Muertos event near the end of October. But after that, the very next update to be expected after that, which honestly is shaping up to be November, is going to be the motorcycle and new gas station location events. And here we have not just one, a variety of screenshots that we are going to be going over and feasting our eyes upon, because boy oh boy, is this a beauty. So without further ado, what you guys are seeing here is actually our very first look. It appears to be over in front of the gas station. We are seeing a couple of basic zombies. Now this is of course subject to change. Those could just be placeholder zombies for the time being. They might just be chilling there, but we can actually see the little gas station over in the upper left hand corner with that little shell icon, which is I think that might be a reference to the Shell Company a little bit. That's a pretty well-known gas station. But we got actually a couple of those gas station pumps out in front, and then there's also the whole fact that there's this potential motorcycle connection where you might need the motorcycle to be able to get to the gas station, because in the update block we did see that the motorcycle was paired with the gas station location. And I mean, a motorcycle and a gas station actually makes a lot of sense, because you have to refuel a motorcycle, and I'm guessing that's going to be one of the best loots available in the gas station, maybe an abundance of fuel, which should be very helpful as well with keeping our turrets functioning, since well, fuel is kind of annoying to come across, especially with how much those turrets eat that stuff. But I mean, stockpiling down here and maybe even be able to venture around a lot more with your chopper as well is going to be a dope privilege. But yeah, that about wraps it up for the first image. Boom, let's head on over to the second one, and the second image is a little bit of a bigger overview of the general map of this location. And as you guys can see, it's not just going to be a gas station, it is also going to be having over to the right of the gas station what appears to be some sort of mechanic shop that kind of pairs along with it. That's a pretty common pairing, to have a gas station paired along with a mechanic shop that kind of go hand in hand a little bit, because it just kind of helps out your car or whatnot. But then that's not going to be the only thing available at this location. It looks like there's actually a ton of cars that we might be able to even potentially loot. At least, like, I don't know about every one of them, but I can definitely see some of them being lootable. We'll be able to go through a little bit of the forest where you're actually seeing a toppled car over to the left of the road, over in that upper area of the map. We're seeing another car off-road on the right, and we do have some trees, not to mention a variety of zombies. The zombies being denoted by whatchamacall. Actually, every time, like, if you guys see those red lines, the 3 red lines heading out from each of those characters are zombies, and those red lines are most likely their cones of vision. So as of the time of this screenshot being posted, this is the way that it's shaping up to be looking so far, that there are going to be zombies in those locations. But again, that could very well be a placeholder, especially because we're not seeing like anything super crazy, you know, in terms of like enemies on the gas station. And with that whole motorcycle connection and it being a little bit most likely of a tougher event, you know, only seeing some of these more normal zombies is kind of like, you know, I think there might be something cheeky waiting within us, or waiting within the gas station or auto reserve, auto mechanic shop, whatever it is that we got to go ahead and work on through. But with that image done, so boom, let's move on over to number 3, where we are actually getting our very first look at Jack's garage. So by the looks of it, the garage is apparently Jack's garage, although that is kind of with like a cardboard sign, which means I think that there's going to be a very interesting thing, because if you guys look at kind of in the upper area of the screenshot, you guys can see that this is a fortified area that has a mounted machine gun. Yeah, that is what you guys are seeing, kind of like in that cheeky little window on the like upper area of the screen, kind of to the right, on the like right side of the building. That is what appears to be a little bit of a cheeky hole where someone, I'm guessing Jack, has set up camp with an LMG, meaning maybe Jack is gonna be some kind of NPC we can actually interact with, maybe get quests from, maybe scheme with, or maybe he will be the boss that we have to go ahead and take down. Both of them definitely seem like distinct possibilities, but nonetheless, this is so crazy to see, because we've never seen mounted weapons like that. And I wonder if we might be able to even equip them. Like, maybe there will be a quest where you have to help Jack like fend off a horde, and we get to use the turret ourselves, and that might be like Kafir testing out some sort of new turret mechanic system or whatnot. So that's absolutely nutty. But yeah, the reason that this is like, I think that there's going to be a character named Jack inside is because that isn't the official name of the building before it broke down. That's the name written on a cardboard piece of cardboard, and as you can obviously see, the building is pretty like fortified up with sandbags and stuff, so I'm guessing those correlate. I don't think the sandbags or the piece of cardboard were there before Jack decided to move in. Boom, let's move on over. It's a screenshot number 4. We are seeing kind of like that little area in between the two. You can see what appears to be a little bit of a van. Looks like kind of like some kind of roofing that fell on top of it. Doesn't appear to be anything super crazy that we're seeing into this section. Like, do you see that little like telephone that, I don't know, maybe we'll be able to loot and like get some coins out of? Because that like looks like one of those old school like pay telephones, but nothing super revealing over in here. We're seeing some tires. Maybe we'll need to collect some tires and give them to Jack, but those tires just look like they're a part of the map. But boom, let's move on. It's a number 5 with the screenshots, and this is where it gets a little bit more interesting, because if you guys take a peek over on the mini map, you can actually notice that kind of in the very top right / northeast corner of the mini map of the radar, you get just a tiny peek of what is a chest icon, meaning that somewhere amongst all that rubbish, somewhere amongst all of those crashed vehicles, there is going to be something that you are going to be able to loot. As we're seeing we're seeing a variety of enemies, and our dude just kind of chilling amongst all of these not zombies. I mean, he is chilling amongst the zombies, but chilling amongst all of these cars. But there's even more information on top of that. Go ahead and read the signs. So we do have the whole main road sign, which is like, oh, okay, you know, we probably took the main road to get here. I'm guessing, you know, it's a pretty long drive because there's a road, and it would make sense that we'd have to like drive our motorcycle maybe far along the road in order to get to this location. Maybe it'll be a location in the northern area, since you require the chopper to unlock the north, and currently the north is a little bit on the dry side in terms of things to do, besides like go to the oak zones, go to the winter zones, but those are just kind of random zones. There's no dedicated zones like the normal zone, or like the normal version of the map that you don't have to expand with the chopper. With the watchtower, already has the police station, already has the bunker, already has the farm. The north has no such a thing. So I mean, I could definitely see that adding up pretty well, but even more interesting is that sign on the right, to town. Now, I think that might be a little bit of a teaser. Our very first taste of the town coming to Last Day on Earth. Potentially, I think the connection that would make the most sense with this would even be the suburbs. If you guys don't know, Kafir has been working on suburbs, which are kind of going to be similar to the Grimsoul dungeons. If you guys have been checking out those videos, the Grimsoul dungeons actually being to an extent procedurally / randomly generated. The suburbs are going to be similar in that, like, when you go there's going to be like, I think, a random amount of houses. Like, I think it's like between, last what they were saying, like 2 to 6 houses or something like that, and the houses themselves may have different layouts, and maybe that's what that town's gonna be. Maybe the town just like a little suburb, and then that suburb could even be kind of that next step into ultimately the city, something that we haven't heard much about, but there are references to in the game. And of course, that's probably gonna be the nuttiest place ever if and when it does come along. And finally, boom, the last of the gas station screenshots. And what this gives us is a little bit of a closer look into the gas station. We can see the open door, and we can see over on the left-hand side the caved in roof, and what appears to also be is not just a gas station, it's also like how most gas stations kind of have like a quick mart where, you know, you can buy some random goods and whatnot, like buy some chips, buy some potatoes. I don't know if gas stations sell potatoes, but you know what I mean. You can do a couple of those random pick-me-ups. And it looks like there's a couple of food items there, so maybe we'll be able to somehow loot this stuff from the inside. But nonetheless, I think the most interesting take out of all of this is, well, A, the freaking gas station that we should start getting hype over, but then the town connection, this whole Jack character whose building has a machine gun facing out of it. Is he a friend? Is he a foe? Whatever it is, I am as interested as can be. But with that said, with that done, that's gonna wrap it up for today's information that I got to share with y'all. I seriously cannot wait to hear what you guys got to say regarding this one, because there's a lot to be regarded about with this puppy, man. A first look at the gas station. I hope that you guys did enjoy that as well, but I hope you guys also do decide to go ahead and enjoy this marvelous sequence of numbers over here. 80402 is going to be today's bunker code for those of y'all trying to get in. If that's out of date by the time you're trying to put it in, make sure to check that comment section down below for an up-to-date version brought to you by the fan-fantastic community here at the Snipe Gang. There you go, Raiders. Go ahead, take your share. I'm calling y'all back. I want a little ring. We gotta talk. But again, as I was saying with that comment, that I do want y'all to go ahead and leave to to start talking and hyping up this gas station because I'm ridiculously hype about this thing, man. This is shaping up to be a dope location, dude. Whoever Jack is, I want to find out, and you know they're gonna be checking that out. But make sure to go ahead and hit that like button and make sure that you are subscribed, and that will enter you into this week's $25 iTunes Store gift card giveaway. All you gotta do as well is make sure to like button, make sure to subscribe, like I just said, enter you in on today's video. Y'all go ahead and enter it on every single last day on Earth video. When Saturday rolls around, we'll pick a random video from the past week, pick a random comment from that random video, and that will be the what for the week, and we'll kick off a new weekly giveaway that exact same Saturday as well. So make sure to stay tuned with that notification bell hit to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth information, such as that which we were able to share today, which I don't know about you guys, that's some pretty hype information. But on top of that, we are also gonna be checking out all of these updates that are to come, the ones on the roadmap, the gas station update, of course, all that type of jazz is definitely gonna be checked out. Currently, we're checking out the military convoy because they decided to spawn in. After that, we're going on a raid. I will address the raid situation and kind of what's been going on the last couple of days. I'm sure some of you guys might have questions, but first things first, we had to go over that gas station, dude. That thing was just looking dope. But yeah, make sure to go ahead and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with the info, stay up to date with the updates that we are definitely going to be checking out to 150%, because I don't know, man. Update time is the best time. Also, another great time is when my computer decides not to melt down and freeze like that. God dang it, dude. Why can't you drop your freaking Winchester, brusky? But yeah, also make sure that that is hit to stay up to date with every single video. Y'all can enter it on for that weekly giveaway on top of some of the very cool survival games that we're checking out here on the channel. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If anyone saw the video that went up a little earlier today, let's just say there's gonna be keep your eyes peeled. Early next week is going to be a good week. I think that's all that we could say at this point. But yeah, so that's a great reason to go ahead and do that. Best of luck to y'all in that giveaway. I cannot wait because there's more dope survival games coming out than just the wink wink nudge nudge up survival game that I was talking about. Oh no. I'm getting shot. I was not expecting this already. Step aside. Move, Raider. Get out the way. Get out the way. Raider, get out the way. Hey, you twitch and you'll be dead? Bruh, you twitched. You dead. Why do these people not drop guns, bro? Come on. Hook a brother up. I am not a fan of this, but maybe, you know, maybe some of these things will be dropping. Better things. We're also gonna be checking out like 7 Days to Die Alpha 17, huge update coming out. Like, there's just so much dope survival, man. It's all in all a pretty worthy investment. But yeah, as you guys might be wondering, I was actually over in West Virginia checking out Fallout 76 over the past couple of days. That's why videos have been a little bit kind of like sporadic, and it kind of seemed like I was all recording them the same day. I was getting them ready to be recorded on the trip because when I ended up actually going on the trip, I thought I'd be able to record. But dude, the internet there, hello, okay, I'll take this. But the internet there the situation was just not ideal, and my laptop, dude, it was struggling. The internet there, I was having that kind of problem where I couldn't load into the game. Like, sometimes I could, but a lot of times I would just lose connection because like my connection was not good enough to continually stay connected to the game. And so that was a little bit of big struggle bus, that is for sure. But nonetheless, it was very awesome. Like I'm saying, there's gonna be some very dope stuff coming out regarding that. But we are back home. We're gonna be back up to some regularly scheduled uploads and whatnot. So woo, got ourselves a little bit of a Winchester. Appreciate that. But yeah, just wanted to kind of explain what's been going on over there. And let me just say, early next week, you guys will see that it was very worth it. There's gonna be, dude, I'm so excited for early next week, man. Let's freaking go. I'm so excited for this finger too. It's just a great day, man. I got a decapitated finger. I got to talk about Fallout 76 with y'all. We got a dope raid lined up. We got to look at the gas station. And today is indeedly going rather good. Let's just go ahead and make sure that we got every single one of these. I don't want to be leaving nothing behind. But yeah, and then it's also the reason, like, I literally just got home. We had, like, dude, I had 4 flights today just to get back home from West Virginia. It was a mess. I've been traveling for like 12 hours. First thing I did when I got home, I hopped on the computer and I started scheming up this video because I had some gas station info for y'all, and I'm sure that y'all might be a little bit appreciative of that because, dude, that gas station, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I cannot wait for that update. That is gonna be something to witness. But all right, I think we're pretty good here in terms of the loot. Let's go ahead and dipski doodles on here from the military convoy and make our way over to the raids. Today's video is probably gonna be a little bit on the shorter side as well, since I am recording a little bit later than I would like, and I do want to get it out to you guys ASAP because I hate getting videos out late. But today was a little bit of a hopefully understanding situation, given the fact I literally just got home from like dude, I think I've been flying for like 12 hours at this point, and I had to like haul across some airports, man. Some of those connecting flights, they had suspiciously short windows, but alas, we made it home, so I got that stress-free. But we do have another stress to worry about, and that stress comes in the form of the raiders. So what ended up happening, you guys might remember that raid that I was super excited to check out. Well, we had something a little bit unfortunate. No worries, I do have some C4 over in my base that I was able to stockpile up for today. I just didn't toss it into the chopper quite yet. Hello. We got a lot of good things popping up, but yeah, you guys might remember that there was another revenge raid available here. What ended up happening is I actually traveled to the revenge raid, because if you're at a revenge raid, or just any type of raid, if you're currently at that location, not inside of it, if you're just character, kind of like how our character's at base, if your character's at there, the timer does not go down. On my screen, I traveled over there, I exited out of the game, but when I logged back in, I was not over there. I was like at the airdrop that we ended off the last video off with, so I was kind of a little bit salty about that, but it's okay, because as soon as I got home, we do have another revenge raid already lined up, which is really good. But on the negative side, we did lose some skulls, but we are going to be working our way back up towards those. Absolutely no worries, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. So a whole ton of awesome stuff. I know, but dude, that freaking gas station, man. Seriously, it's going to be coming. It's probably going to be the 1.9 series of updates too, because that does make the perfect amount of sense, because the 1.9 series has been pretty much dedicated to, not dedicated, but no, I don't want to say dedicated, but a lot of it has been adding in like new locations and stuff, which has been really cool. It's a witness, and I don't know, none of these things seem to be like worthy of 1.10 until you do get to that clan base / co-op building that's slated to be the update after the motorcycle and that gas station. So I think that might be the kind of the last hoorah of 1.9 before we move on to something big with 1.10. So I seriously can't wait to hear the discussion around that and see what y'all got to say, because oh my goodness, man. There's gonna be something interesting. There's just too many things that we witnessed within those screenshots. It's leading towards something bigger, I'll tell you what. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm actually going to go ahead and prepare ourselves for this raid, because, well, as much as I'd love to go raiding with a finger in my pockets, no, I like to raid with 10 fingers. And currently I have 11 counting this one, so let's go ahead and fix that. Clean up the inventory a little bit and prepare ourselves for some fun. Shall we? All right, guys, so I am aware that we do still have this cut finger in our inventory. We're gonna be checking that out the next time we head on over to the bunker, simply because I do want to focus on this raid coming up. So I just kind of wanted to explain that it's there. We'll be doing something with it, but in the meantime, we actually went ahead and grabbed this little puppy out here, the VSS, that we're gonna modify and have help us out. I gotta actually go and find some armor. And there we have it, with some fresh armor upon ourselves, not to mention 2 C4 over here to help us out with today's raiding shenanigans. A little bit of food, a little bit of drink to keep us motivated. I'd say we're looking pretty prepared. Let's just make sure that we actually craft up all the necessities we might be needing, such as, well, hatchets. Not just any type of hatchets. Well, these types of hatchets, but then the iron hatchets on top of that. And you guys might notice we do have some extra wood. The reason for that extra wood is because, well, we did get raided, and we did lose 2 skulls, although we only got raided once, which was a little bit convenient, I'm not gonna lie. But whatchamacall, they did do a number over here upon our base, which is a little bit of bomber, but I think we got enough to go ahead and withstand the damages. For the most part, they didn't do too much. They didn't break in anything massive, so we are looking good in that front, and hopefully this revenge raid will be treating us well, because dude, I don't know, it's been at least for me, it's been a couple days since we've had that revenge raid, so I'm just saying, man. I've been missing breaking into people's bases. And hold on, I'm gonna actually go ahead and use the rest of this wood. Might as well be a little bit efficient, you know. Go ahead and toss them down, and then go ahead and honestly, we'll bring the machete with us. We'll have that thing ready to go for a little bit of fun. We could use this as our first melee weapon. We'll use the pistol. Let's go ahead and modify the VSS, and then let's head out upon this raid. But yeah, dude, tons of exciting things just between last day on Earth, these updates that we're starting to get a look at, these new locations still to come to the game, not to mention Fallout 76, which I even like, if you guys aren't big on Fallout, like if you guys like last day on Earth, you probably like survival games. This might very well be the greatest survival game ever made. It's made by Bethesda. It's set in the Fallout universe. It has a AAA budget, super reputable defenders. Where'd that come from? Super reputable developers that have done some really great work in the past. I'm just saying, hopefully y'all decide to check out that series. I think it's gonna be something special, but I think that this raid will also be pretty special. We got the goods, we got the hatchets, we got the boom. Let's just go ahead and complete the trifecta and have to have the base on top of it all. We can't just boom on nothing. No, we gotta be booming on the base. But thank you, Convoy, for popping in. Dude, I don't know, man. I love having the Convoy as a possible event. Having that variety of locations to go to, that variety of events. That's why I still want the Shipwreck and Smugglers camp back, man. Feels bad, but just having that variety, dude, it just makes the world feel so much more alive. And with that gas station that we've gotten to look at coming as well, dude, something having to do with motorcycles with that update too. Not to mention the motel that we're gonna be seeing next update that I will be detailing a little bit more in the next video. And what is this? What is this? Hello, Wolf. Goodbye, Wolf. Okay, a little welcome party. A bush taking a shower. Not something that I was expecting to see today. Is there even a base? Oh, there is. Okay, good news. There is a base. I was about to be, I didn't see anything over there. I'm like, are you serious right now? So at the very least, we have a base we could break into. At the very not least, it doesn't look like the greatest of bases of all time. And also to catch up, to get back up to 4 skulls and get revenge raids, even though the game, dude, something about the game, it gives us more revenge raids when we don't have 4 skulls. It doesn't make sense, man. We've gotten triple raided with 3 skulls before. Like, brutal things have happened. And they never happen. Oh. Hold on, is this like me chopping down the tree? Or is this me chopping, what am I chopping here? Am I breaking the wall? God dang it, I didn't want to chop down a tree. I thought we might have found like a secret back door into the base. No, it was just a tree growing out of this dude's freaking base. Here's the bummer too. Okay, no, the radio's there, so I think this might be his chest area. So, I don't know. If we bring the 1C4 out, hopefully we'll come across some good stuff. I mean, raids, dude, ever since that latest update, they've been very, very kind in how they've treated us. So let's hope that trend continues, because I like loot, you guys like loot, and I think we'd all like to be happy today. So let's go ahead, toss on our favorite substance onto the door. Bada bing, bada boom! We are in, and we're into, I'm not sure what. Oh my god, we're into a doozy. That's what. Hello, boys. How are you guys doing? Let me just go ahead and get to slicing and dicing. A lot of these dudes did get damaged by the spikes, which is very convenient because, well, our katana does 70 damage after 2 hits, and the spikes did 10 damage to them, which brought them down to 70 damage. So shouts out to those spikes, man. They were perfect, and nothing more perfect than a little bit of pistol drizzle to go ahead and finish them off on top of that all. And a little bit of steak to celebrate. Oh, with a little bit of swig of that water. My hydration nation. Make sure you guys are taking a sip of that if you haven't already. Still nothing super valuable. If there's anything good, it's gonna be in this chest and this chest, I feel like, man. These are steel trunks. These just tend to be godly, and maybe godly was the wrong word. Although we got our M16 back that they stole from us, we got a couple of good things we'll be able to scrap down. Those 2 things can actually result in a lot of copper and a lot of electronic circuits. Can never go wrong with that. But let's hope that there's one chest of his own that actually has good stuff, because so far, if I use the C4 to get what we've gotten, oof, our like kind of multiple days in a row of non-stop good raids, it might be coming to an end, because the 2 best, okay, actually that's my own aluminum, so oh not K, I think they might be coming to an end here, boys. That is not what I like to hear. Are you kidding me? Okay, hold on, let's make sure we juke these guys a little bit. I don't want to be taking too much melee damage from them. Let's go ahead and take you down. Oh, and it's on to the VSS to take these dudes out to Papa Star, or doing the sniping that he was born to do. Nothing like a critical to go ahead and help the oh my god, goodbye to your leg. I went golfing with that thing, and the leg was not the club. That thing was definitely the ball. My gun was the club, because you went flying, my dude, and oh my, dude, I think the VSS is a golf club. It's the only possible explanation, because whatever, their legs are flying like golf balls, dude. It's like 4, like Happy Gilmore, I'm running up to it or something. Can I run up to some better loot, though? That's the one thing that I want to run up to, game. Will you, I guess. I mean, a red ticket's a red ticket, but wow. All right, well, if you guys come across this base, warning to you guys, I would wager to say not worth the C4. Is there anything valuable in any of these? Like, why did we get this base? Like, usually a base has something valuable that lets you, that's like the reason why you get it. This base has no such thing. I'm not seeing like an electronic circuit. Like, okay, we got 5 aluminum. I guess was that it? Was that the quote unquote valuable thing of this base? 5 aluminum? Are you kidding me right now, dude? Well, that's a little bit of a bummer. Dude, I was so sure it was gonna be dope. We've had non-stop great raids coming our way, and it appears that, I mean, everything has to stop eventually. All great things must come to an end, and it looks like our streak of nuttiness in terms of raids had to come to such an end, which is a little bit of a bummer, but hey, it's okay. Let's just go ahead and pump these toxic abominations full of the bullets. They seem to be enjoying themselves. I'm definitely enjoying myself because, boop, when isn't it fun to shoot a giant zombie chasing after you? But I guess maybe when you're in a raid that it didn't turn out the way you expected. I think that's a great way of summarizing this raid, because I don't know why we got this raid. I don't. Genuinely, I'm very confused. I'll leave that hatchet fine. I'll grab the better one. I guess I'll pick that up. We could go ahead and use this a little bit. Craft up some more. We got the planks. We got that. Maybe some iron if we see that. The machete. Machete is always a very good melee weapon, especially if you mod it properly. That puppy, oh, it turns into a dog, not just a puppy. It's got like ATV wheels and stuff. Like, I guess I could pick that up, but nah, man. This is a fat L, if I've ever seen one. Yo, oh, I thought that was like the letter T for a second. You guys see this? It kind of looks like the letter T, kind of in text, you know? No, it's just kind of like the shininess of its leg. Was this guy like, nah, he wasn't even close to completing that. I don't know what the deal with this base was, man. Whatever the deal was, the cream of the crop of this raid was 5 aluminum bars. The 9 we got, and the M16, those were both ours, which is kind of why it's like, meh. And we do have a couple of things here that we got to put away as well. I'll go ahead and swig on that last agua. That leaves us with 4 slots and the 3 slots over in our motorcycle that I could go ahead and toss on to free up some inventory room. We could also break through some of the workbench. The workbenches might be where the redemption is, to be completely honest, but it doesn't matter what we put away. This was a revenge raid, so no one's gonna be asking for a share of it. Like, I guess the batteries and USB drive are okay, but it's mainly because we have a max level recycler. Like, if you have a low level recycler, meh. I think that's a good way of summarizing it. All right, workbench, show me what you got. Is it good? It's mediocre. I'll take that over awful. What about you, wood? Do you at least have some oak? Okay. I get it. Oak. Okay. A funny guy. Dude, what can I say? I came back from West Virginia more hilarious than ever. Shouts out to Fallout 76. That just goes to show how dope that series is gonna be. Hope y'all do tune in. Like I'm saying, very special stuff coming soon. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. But other than that, I guess we could go ahead and grab a couple more pine planks. We got to use those in a lot of base repairs, base upgrades, and I could get behind both of the above. The other things we're seeing, though, meh. I just don't even know what to fill our last 2 slots up with. I guess the ATV wheel, which we have a chance at getting steel with, it's better than nothing, and I guess 6 phones. We might walk out of here with an electronic circuit with those phones taken into account. But yeah, this was a little bit of a bummer of a raid because it didn't even have the usual like electronic circuit or gun to kind of like redeem itself as a good raid. This raid was just flat out a pretty trash raid. Like I guess it had the 20 oak, which is gonna be like 6 oak planks once all said and done, and the 5 aluminum bars that weren't ours. We're just like okay, but I don't want to use a C4 for okay things. I want to use C4 for good things, and that's why we're actually gonna be heading over to we're probably gonna be doing a little bit of the bunker run tomorrow as well to try to make our way up to that next floppy disk. We have a couple of quests over in the bunker, and as we level up our quests, we will be getting more C4 as well. But I'm just doing like one kind of final scouting run, make sure we didn't miss anything, because I still can't believe that this raid was this poopy, man. But it does appear that the poop was this poopy, this diarrhea, like one might say. But hey, even though the raid might not have gone the way that we might have wanted it to, at the very least, we are back to 2 skulls. Knowing my luck, we're gonna come back to being raided because we don't have 4 skulls, because the game's like, oh, stars have 4 skulls. You just try to get a free raid. Don't give it to him. Oh, is it 3 skulls? He doesn't want a free raid, obviously. Give it to him. Something along those lines, at least that's the logic that I'm seeing. Ooh. Let's actually go ahead and head on over to the airdrop, capitalize on that, but I don't know, man, that gas station is gonna be so exciting. I just love seeing these new unique locations added in, and Last Day on Earth is just getting such a good mix between like unique locations that are gonna respawn every once in a while, the randomly generated zones, events, like it's looking good, it's shaping up, and it kind of makes sense that they're gonna keep on expanding that until they do expand out to the west and add more to the map. But I don't know, man, I think it makes sense for the gas station to be up here. They could maybe, to be completely honest, I could see them replacing this and maybe adding in like a road, you know, that we have to like take over there somewhere, maybe like a road over the bridge. Maybe they'll have like a bridge whereas like that's where like maybe the highway starts here or something, or maybe this is where the gas station is and we could take the highway somewhere down the road. Whatever it is, it just literally part of the road goes towards the city. So I feel like, you know, they have to add in a road. Currently, to my knowledge, there are no roads on the map, so it makes sense for it to be kind of near the edge of the map. Probably gonna need a chopper to utilize the road. The north requires a chopper, and this base is pretty, doesn't really do much, so I don't know, man. Have a little road heading out here, and then they could easily expand out here, add in the suburbs, add in a city down the line, and they could even have the road like maybe go over here, for example, and maybe we'll be able to somehow make our way over, although that messes with the ATV being needed to unlock the west. Whatever it is, there's a whole ton of nuance to it. Like I'm saying, that's why I do this gas station. Just so exciting seeing it firsthand, and that's why I cannot wait to hear what you guys got to say regarding that puppy. And again, huge apologies for kind of just only a Last Day on Earth video going up the last couple of days, just kind of like whatchamacall, it not like me not being able to record there. I'm super sorry about that. I was trying my best, but I even brought all my equipment and stuff, man. It was a bummer when I'm like, well, that's I brought this for nothing. This ain't working out. I was able to hop into Last Day on Earth a little bit, but I was not able to record it. It was just so inconsistent where I'm like, this is not gonna turn out into a good recording because we were dropping out of the server a lot. I think it was just the Wi-Fi, you know. And all right, we got some okay stuff out of here, but and all right, I'll leave you behind, ATV, well, I suppose. But with that said, and with that done, it's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Last Day on Earth Survival. Can't wait to hear what y'all gotta say regarding that gas station. Can't wait for some Fallout 76 with you guys and gals. It was a dope event, and yeah, man, I want to say more, but for now, I'm just gonna say keep your eyes peeled. Early next week, it's gonna be a good week. But yeah, best of luck to you guys and gals getting the chopper gas tank and joining the chopper squadron. Best of luck breeding your pups, getting the true friend perk, leveling up your own perks and skills, not to mention find the best blueprints in the game for the best guns that you got and building the absolute best attachments possible. Best of luck protecting your base, going out on the dopest of raids, defeating all the bosses that the game has to throw at you, getting hyped over these new locations coming to the game, getting past the multiplayer wall, and most important of all, having yourselves an absolutely fantastic time all throughout. That's gonna do it for me. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching. This was an awesome one. I'll talk to you next one. See ya.